let's see if I can do this. It is Friday, December 1st, and I am 38 weeks and 2 days. And this week I went to the doctor to do another checkup on Tuesday, and my water was low, so they told me to come back on Wednesday, and they checked to see if I was leaking water, and my water had come up a little bit, so I almost had to go to the hospital because of that. So my doctors were really worried because of the IUGR situation, and my water is getting pretty low. It was about 5 and then went up to 6.5, so they were a little worried. So they wanted to probably induce her this weekend, so they sent me to do a checkup tomorrow, Saturday, to check my water and make sure, but still I have an induction for Wednesday the 6th. And I was like, whatever I have to do, but I was just praying that she would come on her own. I ended up having a horrible migraine, and then yesterday I had to go to the Miami Headache Institute to get a neuroprolotherapy treatment where they shut down my nerves in my head with water and sugar. Just water and sugar is pretty, if you want to look it up, this is Dr. Sadeji. Amazing, and it really helped. It kind of released the pain that I was having for over a week. I just didn't want to go into labor and have a migraine. But I came back and I had like shots all over, you know, I still feel like sore. So last night was a tough night. I basically didn't even sleep. I sat on the couch and I got up, and I've been having light little cramps for the past night, and I felt like she dropped a lot. But last night I had a little more cramps, and then this morning I started having a lot of cramps. And right now I've been having some constant cramps, and I already peed myself twice. Too much information, but she's dropping a lot. As you can see, I can even, you know, and we've been going for a walk. We went for a walk already, and they're coming. So I think the contractions are here, and we've been timing them, and they're pretty close apart. So we're gonna try to eat something, and today we're supposed to have a wedding to go, hoping to go to the wedding, but we don't know yet. So we're just going with the flow and observing, but when they come, they're pretty strong. I had to be sitting in the toilet for a couple times already, and I just had one like when we were talking, so I can still talk. But some of them are stronger than others, and they come closer. So I'll keep you guys updated. So this is now about 10 o'clock. I'm having one right now. And I've been having them since like 6 a.m., 7:30. And they're pretty okay. But I'm happy that they're coming. And I don't have to go, hopefully, for an induction. Hopefully this is it. All right. And Mac is cooking. I don't think I can eat. But I'll keep you guys posted. Oh, it's going away. Anyways, Lua is coming soon. Coming soon. I'll try to keep you guys updated. Stay tuned. Rocking this pregnancy and rocking the labor and delivery right now. Namaste. We're on the way to the hospital.
We're having a baby.
Yes, we are. I think my water broke too. Or it's a lot of pee. But I have a towel down there. I won't show you. Too much information, but stay tuned. Oh man, we're pulling into the ER right now. Mac is the paramedic bringing me a chair. So here we go. guys, this is little Lua. We made it. It's okay. We had amazing nurses. No one pushed us into doing anything. We got here around what time? 10?
Here quarter to 11.
Quarter to 11. And I progressed really fast. Just meditate and breathe through it. It's not easy, but we did it. And now it's a 4:20. And she was born like 3:50 something, 3:56, almost 4.
She's 4 pounds, 2 ounces.
She's very tiny. She's right here with us now. We did great. Her heart rate was really sometimes slowing down in between, but the doctor was surprised and impressed that we were getting a lot of fast progress, so we just moved with the flow, and I tried to relax as much as I could and breathe. And my orgasmic husband is here. He did amazing as my doula, as my support, and told me how much he loved me and hugged me. I wish we had somebody recording. This was an amazing experience. And we have a little Lua with us now. Rocking the birth. So I dilated really fast, apparently, and went through the whole thing, me and Mac. Say hello to the camera. And by the time we called my parents and they were on the way here, I had already delivered her naturally. I'm going to speak in Portuguese for a second before I lose the connection, because I'm still in bed in the hospital. Oi, gente, a Lua nasceu e foi tudo natural e muito rápido. A gente chegou aqui, já estava 2 centímetros dilatada, e quando chegou mais ou menos 8 assim, e ela estava com o coraçãozinho batendo fraquinho a cada vez que tinha contração, então o médico estava monitorando. Aí a gente ligou para os meus pais para dizer que estava em active labor, já estava começando, mas eles não tiveram tempo de vir. Eu já queria puxar, já queria fazer a força para ela sair. O médico falou, vamos tentar, e depois de 5 minutos saiu. Só que ela tá muito pequenininha. Eu vou falar em inglês agora. So she's a little too small. She's 5 pounds and 2 ounces. So she's 4 ounces. 4 pounds and 2 ounces. Yes, the nurse is here. So unfortunately she has to stay a little bit on the NICU, and that was hard. I put her in my chest for about 45 minutes, and she's doing good, but she needs to stabilize. I'm gonna say it in Portuguese now. Ela nasceu muito magrinha. Ela nasceu com 4 libras e 2 ounças. Então ela tá agora indo na unidade intensiva de bebês. Por isso que ela não tá aqui comigo. Eu fiquei com ela uns 40 minutos, com ela aqui no meu peito, mas ela foi pra unidade intensiva e isso foi muito duro. Eu chorei. Minha Luíta. Vou falar em inglês agora. But she's good. We did great. I'm feeling great. Amazing. I want to eat now. But I miss her so much already. So as soon as I get a little bit of more news, I'll let you guys know. But thank you all for your support. All right, and Mac was a trooper. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I'll be back. Thank you all. Namaste. little bit for growth, but I already got a lot of colostrum, so we're gonna feed her that, and we're gonna keep on pumping and feeding her, and she's great. You are the moon that lights my night. You are the ocean that gets me by. You are the sun that brings me light. You are my own, you are my soul. It's a LUA MARESOL, so cute. Mommy's here. Oh, you're gonna eat, little baby. You're gonna eat. You're gonna eat soon. You are. Oh, little Lua. Nasceu na lua cheia. A lua nasceu na lua cheia. Né, Luinha? Nossa Luinha. Ai, ficando curtinha. Ai, it's okay. Vai ficar tudo bem. Você vai comer daqui a pouquinho. Hi guys, this is little Lua, and she is doing great. Look at her smiling. She's letting you know that she is wonderful. So we had a great birth. I don't know if I spoke about this before. I will do a video about the birth and how it went in details, but it was completely natural, just a few hours from around 6:30 to 3:58. That's when she was born. I started having contractions. 56. 3 p.m. 56, and I started having contractions around 6:30 a.m. and we had the IUGR, Intra Uterine Growth Restriction. So her heart rate was lowering in between each contraction. So the doctor was a little concerned. We had a C-section room prepared, but I soldiered up and pushed her out and didn't even tear. And she had a couple minutes, maybe under a couple minutes of non-responsiveness, but I knew in my heart she was going to be okay. She responded fast, and I got her in my chest for about 45 minutes, even though the nurses wanted to take her to the ICU right away, but they were able to just clean her up and let her stay with me. And now we're here in the intensive care unit. It's been 2 days now. It's 4:30, so yes, it's been exactly 2 days. She's about 2 days old right now, but she's been doing amazing. She already has graduated, but she needs to stabilize her weight. She is 4 pounds 2 ounces.
She was born 4
She
pounds,
was born
2
4
ounces.
pounds 2 ounces, and then
Now
they
she's
lose
just 4 pounds.
Yeah, they lose a little bit after birth, which is natural. So she's about 4 pounds right now. They want to get her about to 5 before she leaves. They wanted to stabilize also her sugar and her temperature, and she's been doing really good. Her sugar levels are stabilizing already. I've been having a lot of milk, so we've been giving her milk and making sure that she's taking supplementing with a bottle of my breast milk after I feed her. I'll talk about this specifically later too, but we've been doing great. It's been tiring because we're here the whole entire time. We haven't slept at all, but the perks of having the natural birth is that I feel energized and I'm not in too much pain at all. I'm feeling great. So we're breastfeeding her every 3 hours, and Daddy is doing amazing too, just checking on her. He's holding the camera, by the way, so he's behind the camera. But we'll probably be here for another few days, so just stick around and we'll do another update. Thank you so much for watching and welcoming this little angel of ours into the world, Miss LUA MARESOL. Rocking the pregnancy, rocking the birth, and now rocking the baby. LUA MARESOL, LUA MARESOL. You are the moon. You are the sea. You are the sun. You are everything. And Rita, I love you. Mommies. Yes. You're so sweet. LUA Maresol. LUA Maresol. LUA Maresol. You are my all. You are my all. You are the moon that lights my night. You are the ocean that gets me by. You are the sun that gives me life. You are my all. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my all. You are my all. You like when Mama sing for you? Do you like when Mommy sing for you? Yes. Yes. You like when Mommy sing for you and talk to you? You know Mommy's voice? Ooh. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. You make me so happy. You do. You make me so happy. I love you. I love you.
Came into our lives as a ray of sunshine. You swept us off our feet as the ocean tide. Gave me inspiration and strength to conquer. You made my life complete, made me feel divine. Your presence brought me peace and the courage to fight. Your heartbeat inside me made me think it twice. I fell in love with you from the very first time. We held you in our arms and looked into your eyes. You are the moon that lights my night. You are the ocean that gets me by. You are the sun that gives me life. You are my all. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my soul. You are my all. You are my all. You are the moon. You are the sea. You are the sun. You are everything.
Hi guys, so I am here on the NICU. This is the second day of life of baby LUA Maresol. She is doing pretty well, very well actually. She's eating a lot, she's pooping a lot, but she has a little bit of jaundice, so she is in the incubator right now. Right there, I'll go closer in a second and show you. She's with a little light on. She also has a little IV going because her sugar levels are a little unstable, and she needs to just be able to keep her sugar levels, to keep her heat on by herself, get rid of the jaundice, and something else. And grow. Yes, she needs to be 5 pounds. So in order for us to get out of here, every day we reach a little milestone. Today she needed to feed 3 feeds of about 20 ounces of milk. So because they don't know how much she's eating out of my breast, we have to pump and put it in a little bottle so we can tell that it is about 20 ounces. She did twice already. We have another feed at midnight, so we're hoping that she's gonna pass this test. If she eats the whole 20 ounces and her sugar blood level is good, they're gonna take her out of the IVs, which is big milestone. And then at 3 a.m. they're gonna check her jaundice again, which she's been eating a lot and pooping a lot. So we hope that it's gonna be a little more clear, and then she can get out of that light over there, which is not good for her eyes or nothing. And it's hard to breastfeed her and keep her in my chest with all that blanket thing and shit going on. But and then the next thing to do is to get her out of the incubator, transfer her to a crib, and see if she can just keep her heat. So this might take maybe 2-3 days or maybe a week. It all depends on how she does. But she's been doing really good. She's eating a lot and she's pooping a lot. We're all doing great. I am here, like living here, sleeping in the couch or this recliner. I cannot leave her side. Mac just went to pick up food. He's not leaving here either, and he's doing incredible. I'll feed her. Mac goes and changes her. He wants to totally be part of it, but it's hard. It's so hard, guys. You have no idea. It's so hard for me, guys. I want to cry all the time because I cannot wait. I can see her like that. She's great, but I want to pick her up. I want to hold her. She's so sweet. She barely cries, and they let me put her in my chest all the time and just hold her. And oh my God, I could never even imagine that I'll feel like this because I love her so much already. And I guess it's my hormones, my pregnancy hormones going down. And I'm not depressed at all. I'm actually ecstatic happy when I'm holding her and I'm breastfeeding her. I just cry because she's so precious. And I just cannot wait to be home. But I'm very happy that I gave birth in a hospital because she wouldn't probably make it if we were at home. And I had the birth of my dreams, you know. Thanks goodness I didn't take any drugs at all, because I think this would have maybe, you know, probably, you know, she would be a little more weak. She, you know, coming out, and probably would impair my my hormones and everything. So I was able to give her colostrum like right away. I pumped a lot of milk, so she's like exclusive on my milk, and I'm like pumping a lot. So I'm very grateful for that. So you guys want to go see her? Let's go check her. She is sleeping and she's so precious. I just cannot stop looking at her. I don't know if you can see her well because she has everything like these lights and shit all over her, but she is so cute. Oh my god, guys, I love her so much. Look, can you see her? I don't know, can you see her? She's the most precious little thing ever. I love her so much. Lua. I'm not gonna disturb her, guys, because she's gonna eat in a little bit, so she needs to conserve her energy because she needs to gain weight. So this is the status. I guess I have to say it all in Portuguese because my family won't understand, and they see me crying and they're like, what's going on? So if you are American, just wait a second, I'm gonna summarize it all in Portuguese. Oi, gente, só status aqui da Lua. Ela está muito bem, ela tem que manter o peso agora, ganhar peso 5 libras. Ela tá um pouquinho amarela, então hoje às 3 horas da manhã vai fazer um teste de novo para ver se ela sai dessa luz que vocês viram. Ela também tá comendo bastante, exclusivamente no meu peito, só que a gente tem que colocar na mamadeirinha para poder medir exatamente, porque ela tá fazendo um teste agora. Ela tem que comer 3 vezes 20 ounces, não sei o que é 20 ounces em português, mas uma quantidade assim, em 3 vezes assim direto, para ela sair do intravenous, da venosa, IV, não sei também como é que é, dos líquidos no sangue. E aí ela tem que manter a temperatura. Isso pode demorar dias ou pode demorar mais uma semana. Então, estamos indo day by day, cada dia por cada dia, mas ela está progredindo muito bem. E eu tava chorando porque eu estou muito emocionada, eu amo ela demais e acho que meus hormônios estão assim. Só que é muito difícil olhar para ela e ver ela na incubadora, e eu quero pegar, e às vezes ela chora, então... Mas ela tá bem, e eu estou bem, e a gente tá vivendo aqui na unidade intensiva. O Mac foi buscar comida agora. Now I'm gonna speak in English again. So this is just the summary. Stay tuned. I will keep you all informed, and I will also put all this information on my Rocking the Pregnancy, and then you guys can really see how the birth was, the labor was, and everything. But everything is doing well. So if you guys want to send some good energy to us, we take it. Thank you all for watching. Love you all, and we'll see you soon. If we had yoga class Tuesday, no yoga class this Tuesday. So, and no Wednesday either. So until now, probably I'll be off until next January. Take 2 months off, but we will have a wonderful Christmas with this wonderful little angel. And if you have a baby, you understand what I'm talking about. All right, so have a good night, everyone, and stay tuned for the next chapter. Thank you. Namaste. Lua Maresol, Karina, and Mac. I think she's still hungry. Yeah, I know, she just had... Okay. Esse chorinho. Hi guys, today is the 3rd day here on NICU, and Lua is doing great. We have just got an update from the nurse, and she is now out of the jaundice lights. Her jaundice is going down, and she's been eating a lot and pooping and peeing, so all the stuff is being cleared by the poop. All the toxins are being cleared. The bilirubin is being eliminated, so it's going down, which is great. She has now graduated to little clothes, because before she was just being swaddled and being on the incubator, and they are lowering the temperature of the incubator more and more, so she's being able to keep her temperature. So now we put little clothes on her, and she's still being swaddled but with one blanket, and then they eventually are gonna take the blanket off and see if she's keeping her temperature and transfer her to a normal crib, and we observe if we need to bring her back or not, because that's one of the milestones that she needs to reach in order to leave here. Another one is the blood sugar, which has been really good. Every time we measure before she eats, it's been above 60. That's the minimum. We just measured one and it was like almost 78, I think, so it's been great. And also she did a scan of her brain, because they do, with all the babies on the NICU, they do this ultrasounds to make sure that they don't have any internal bleeding, and she doesn't have anything. Everything is perfect. So she's growing. She lost some weight, but the doctor said that this is natural, because the first week the babies will lose weight because they were swollen from the pregnancy, from being in the water, so they lose all the water, amniotic fluid that they were swimming in, and they kind of lose a little weight. But she is been eating more and more and more. The minimum that she needs to eat at each feeding is about 20 mLs, and she's been eating like 30, sometimes a little more even. So it's been great, but I don't know, she needs to first get these milestones, and the next one is really getting out of the incubator, so, and gaining weight before we can even see when we're gonna leave. So we're staying here. Do you guys want to see her? She is sleeping right now, and in a little bit I will be breastfeeding her and waking her up, but she is the most precious little thing. Isn't she precious? Oh my God, I cannot stop looking at her. My heart is like, you can even see, like, I cry. Oh, look at my eyes. I cry when she cries. Oh my God, it's so hard to not being able to be picking her up whenever I want, or hold her when she's crying, and they're prickling her feet all the time and taking blood and all those cords, and I have like timed feeding, 30 minutes only for her to eat, and then maybe 10 minutes of her on my chest, just kind of soothing her a little bit before I have to put her back in there for her to get 2.5 hours of sleep. So it's tough. They need to conserve her energy, so we cannot be holding her or breastfeeding her on demand, because she gets tired when she is breastfeeding too long. So she needs to get as much nutrition in as little time as possible, so she can conserve her energy, go to sleep, get that sleep, beauty sleep, to grow, and then being able to have energy to breastfeed again and eat again, because she needs to conserve calories so she can grow. But it's been okay. It's been good. You know, it's very promising. There's nothing wrong with her. She's just perfect and needs to grow. And when you go through the NICU, walk around, and you see so many other moms going through the same, and I have so many friends that have gone through the same, you know, even lately, and I hear their stories with their babies being preemie and much earlier than LUA, and how long they stayed at the NICU and everything. Even Erin, if you guys are watching Rocking the Pregnancy, you saw that me and Erin were doing Mothers of Metal. She was one of the bands on Mothers of Metal, and she gave birth about like 3 weeks ago, and she stayed on the NICU, the same situation. So we talk about it and we support each other. So if you have been through this, you probably know exactly what I feel. If you haven't been through this, if you are pregnant, and it's just sometimes I didn't even think of this, which is a funny thing. I knew she had IUGR, but at the same time I was like, she's perfect, blah, blah, blah. And everything that I was considering in my mind was the birth situation, you know, like, oh, am I gonna be able to do it naturally? Am I gonna go to a C-section? I was just thinking, I didn't consider the after, you know, and didn't think that maybe she would be born distressed or something and have to stay here. I didn't even bring enough clothes to stay here. So this is something to always, you know, be prepared for whatever it is, and just be open-minded and open-hearted, that things can always, you know, change, and it's not bad. We just have to pick up the board and surf the waves of life. And this is the biggest challenge for me. As a doula, this is, you know, it was the biggest challenge was the birth, because doula and yoga teacher, I knew all the theory. I had to put the theory in practice. I did pretty good on that one. Now this one is as a yogi, and as a yogi I have to just take day by day. I have to keep calm. I have to be very, very vigilant in observing my emotions, especially at this moment that my hormones are like all over the place. I have to observe my thoughts, to not be thinking about negative things, and to not be worry about the what ifs, and just be anticipating things, just taking moment by moment, staying in the present, enjoying every second that I am with her, and because time flies, you know, and eventually we'll be out of here. So just staying in the moment and just hoping for the best and not expecting anything. I talked about this in another video, but I have to remember and remind myself of this. So just stay tuned. Day by day, I'll keep you informed. All right? Let's rock now this NICU situation. Rock, so we can soon be rocking the baby. So cute. I can't wait to rock the baby. Stay tuned. Karina Sky right here, rocking the NICU. Hi guys, this is another update on the situation right here. This is the, I believe, 5th day. I'm losing track right now. The days are melting into the nights. I don't sleep. I sleep about like at night, maybe 3 rounds of 45 minutes to, if lucky, 1 hour and 15 minutes, because she's like feeding every 3 hours. And then I have to wake up a little earlier to, we have a whole process, and Mac helps me too. Maybe next time I'll record the process for you guys to see. But we take her temperature, we change, and this and that, and then we weigh her before, and then I breastfeed her. We have a quote to meet of how much she needs to eat, and they keep on increasing that quote before she leaves. Started with like 15 mLs, I believe, or ounces, and then to 20, 25, and now we're up to 30. And she's been doing great. She eats more than that every time. You know, she's growing and she keeps on eating a lot. So then we have to swaddle her, blah, 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 and go. So the whole process takes about 1 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes. And then after, we only have another 1 hour and 30 minutes or so until we have to wake her up again and start it all over. So it's been exhausting, but maybe because I did completely natural birth and the hormones are kicking and everything, I have energy for days. I'm like, when an alarm rings, or sometimes I don't even sleep. I try to sleep and I'm just looking at the monitors to see, and then something beeps up and I'm like, oh my God, is she okay? It's just tiring, nerve-wracking, but we have good news. Good news! She has graduated, and this is the final step. She is now out of the warmer, out of the incubator, and she is on an open crib. There she is, guys. There it is, our little bundle of joy on an open crib. She's doing great, but it's a tough situation because now it's 48 hours of her keeping a temperature higher than 36.4 or 5 degrees centigrados. I don't even know how, not Fahrenheit, the Brazilian way of measuring degrees. So, and it's tough because the room is cold. We try to put the room like as warm as possible, but it doesn't go higher than 78. And she's so tiny, you know, and she needs to gain fat. She doesn't have enough fat to heat her up. So we have her with a little outfit which doesn't fit her because she's tiny. The newborn outfits are not newborn, the preemie outfits are still big on her, but we have a little hot outfit under. We swaddled her twice and still has a little blanket on top. So the goal is to keep her warm and keep her temperature higher than 36.5 degrees. And it's tough because she doesn't have enough fat. So, and this has to happen for 48 hours. So if you're there watching and it's not too late, it's not pause the situation, if you're live there, send us some healing energy. Her name is Maresol, LUA Maresol, and Sol means sun. So we're trying to activate that sun energy within her, because if not, she's put back on the incubator for a couple days until she gains more weight and more fat to be able to keep her own temperature. So fingers crossed. We cannot wait to go home. This has been tiring, but it's also been, I'm looking at the right side, the bright side. It's been good because it's been like a little boot camp of parenting, and we have had lactating consultants coming here every day. We learned about measuring her before and after feeding her, so we know exactly how much she's taking. I've been producing a lot, and I'm enjoying the pump, feeling like a cow, but they have a great pump here, so I've been pumping a lot and just learning new tricks of how to burp and how to, you know, new tricks and all this great stuff. So when we go home, it's going to be much easier. We're not just thrown into the world, even though I knew a lot about pregnancy and birth, and I put into practice, and I am the oldest of many grandchildren in my family, and I help to take care of them. This is still my first baby, so I'm glad that I'm here learning. So stay tuned and keep on watching, and hopefully the next update will be Friday, 2 days from now, when we are on our way home, and then we're gonna start a new show called Rocking the Baby. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching. É, o mundo lá fora.
As the moon comes up and the night falls, and as you close your eyes and you doze off, I will keep you in my arms, love, safe and warm. I will keep
test today and it's going very well. It is 1 hour and a half of the car seat, sitting in the car seat, and that's when you have a perspective of how small little Lua is. And we did 1 hour and a half. We are about now, where is it? Is it here, babe? I think it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done.
Right here, 1:30.
1 hour and 30 minutes right there. Test duration. Do you guys know, she slept the whole time. She didn't fuss at all. She's actually hungry. Let's show them. Open the window. I cannot see her. We gotta turn on the light. We gotta wake her up anyways because it's time to feed. So, baby, turn on the light. I'm gonna turn on the lights. Look how tiny she is. Oh my goodness, little baby Lua. We had to put blankets around all over. She's so cute.
She's still, I don't know how these little kids don't wake up with a kid that throws them.
I know, somehow,
Yeah.
even when you squish
She
their
passed the
heads
test.
in, they end up...
Now it's temperature test. Let's do it. So it is December 8. We spent 8 days on the NICU. She grew already to her birth weight because she lost a lot of weight. And she is able to keep her temperature. Her bilirubin is down. And now we're going home. We're going home. So she's dressed up for the party. This is a little dress that I made for her when she was in my belly for about 5 months. It does not fit her. She's really tiny, but she's perfect. And we're so happy to be going home. So thank you all for watching. Stay tuned so I can do a video telling exactly how the birth was and all my experience on the NICU. But this was the whole video of LUA Maresol's birth and the days after. All right, thank you all for your warming thoughts. We appreciate Karina Sky, LUA Maresol, and Daddy Mac Daddy. Thanks. Let's go. All right, guys, this is Karina. This is Big Mac Daddy driving, and this is little Lua in the car seat. And we are going home. It was 8 days at the NICU, and she did just amazing, and I cannot express how happy we are. And she's right here. I don't know if she's liking too much the car seat. Check it out. This is her first time seeing the sunlight, and mine as well. For 8 days I haven't left her side at all. I didn't even went outside of the NICU area. I just went to eat and pee, and then I was back. So I need a little sunlight as well. But we are more than ecstatic. She's doing great. We still need to be observing her weight and her intake. We're buying a little scale to see how much she's eating because she's strictly breastfeeding, and we have to check her temperature before she feeds to make sure that she's warm enough. We're gonna have a cold front this weekend, so we're gonna have to be paying attention on that. But we have a paramedic at home, and we have lots of love to warm her up. So thank you all for your support, and stay tuned because now I'm one of those mamas that's gonna be posting baby pictures all the time everywhere, and we're gonna have a new show called Rocking the Baby. All right, guys, thank you all so much. I'm gonna speak in Portuguese just for a second. Gente, estamos indo embora. Tá tudo certo, tá tudo maravilhoso. A Lua está aqui no carrinho. Olha o tamanhinho dela, como ela é pequena. Eu fiz esse vestidinho pra ela e nem cabe. Mas estamos indo embora. E agora a gente vai ter que observar, dar comidinha com a quantidade certa, ter certeza que ela tá comendo bem e ter certeza que a temperatura dela tá bem, mas estamos indo embora. Estamos indo para casa. Muito obrigada pelo seu apoio. A gente sentiu o carinho de todos vocês. Alright, guys, so I'm gonna just pay attention on her here because you know, new moms. I have to make sure that everything's okay. But stay in touch and we will give you updates. Family is going home together. Bye.